And this will be a big one. It's a PvP between Inori and MC. MC, who just defeated DRG, sent him packing here. And that was quite a big loss for DRG and a huge win for MC, keeping himself alive. But a PvP matchup, JP.
Yeah, and Inori actually just took out Grubby right before this 2-0.
Yeah.
He is known as the PvP specialist, also spawning down here in the bottom left-hand corner as the red Protoss. MC will be up in the top right as the blue. But Inori is known for his PvP.
Right.
And it's known so much that the other matchups, people don't know if he's really good at them or not.
It's like
because you only see him play
might
PvP.
Be good, but somehow all of his matches just end up being versus Protoss. Not sure how that works, but I mean, MC, I wonder what kind of a mental state that puts him in, right? Because he's already had a pretty difficult run. He got sent to the lower bracket by Stefano. I'm not even sure who sent Inori down, but I think he got past his first round, and then didn't got
Stefano
he got
actually.
2. No, Hart sent him down.
Right.
So he did win versus Locira, and then Hart beat him, so he's not so good at versus Terran. No, I'm just kidding. But now he's in the matchup that he wants. So to keep himself alive longer, if he wins this one, he's going to have to face Hart again, and that will be an extended series. So.
Yeah, and he'll be down 0-2 in that.
Yeah.
So Reddit can get really pissed off.
So out of the pot and into the fire, I think is how that goes. So.
Absolutely. Well, let's see how these players play this. I want to see if either will favor Phoenix play, or if they're just going to go for that standard Blink style of play on this map. If you do go for that Blink Observer play, you can blink in a pretty big area here on either base. But there are also some expansion builds that if you've been watching Oz play PvP and unfortunately lose PvP with that build,
I was going to say it didn't work out too great.
It didn't work out at all, to be honest. But I think that there's always the hope. There's always the hope from Protoss players everywhere that one day Protoss can forge ahead and actually make a Nexus in PvP.
One day. Of course, you know what's going to happen is like in the next 8 months, there's probably just going to be some metagame shift where everyone's going to just open up Nexus first, and then people will think that's the way that you play PvP, and then someone will figure out the proxy 2 gate still exists, and then they'll just start. It's funny how that works out. Isn't
Protoss will get to the end of a big tournament. And he's like, "Well, how did you beat Protoss?" I 4-gated.
Yeah,
they kept making Nexus the entire tournament. I don't really understand.
And of course the casters are going to be like, it's the most amazing strategy we've ever seen. But no, it actually, in all seriousness, one of the things that is kind of like, in terms of how that's gone, is that PvP has expanded quite a bit in like the last 6 months. It used to be 4-gate versus 4-gate. Now we are seeing a lot of variation.
Oh, MC.
What?
Case of the oh my gods might be happening here.
He's going, man. This is step 1 of reaching that Nexus first metagame, man.
And let's see what Inori is up to here. Already with a Stalker and Solo Zealot out. Going for that second gate here, but I don't know. I mean, MC, if he does something like this, he's the guy that can hold it off. He's the guy that knows exactly what he'll need. And it's going to be a delayed 4-gate, and this is the build that Oz was doing. But it didn't work out for him, because if you defend against this and just basically go home afterwards, your opponent could have a tech advantage.
Right.
He could have a unit advantage, and we already see a forward pylon for Inori as well as MC, and I got to think, being a PvP specialist, Inori has seen something like this
Actually, you know what? Sometimes these particular matchups turn out to be really hilarious because you have both players like basically attacking each other's bases at the same time. It just turns into a PvP base trade, which is totally insane.
Those are crazy. Yeah.
But Inori did get this forward pylon here, so I'm guessing that that's not going to happen. These 2 armies won't pass like 2 ships in the night. But we are definitely going to have a unit advantage here for Inori, but the gates are open. Oh, and most of his stalkers are coming down from down below. Like, this is already bad. He's got to warp in a sentry. Oh, this is so bad for MC. So bad, as he's going to lose everything. He's got to warp in 1 sentry. Oh, no. He's not going to be able to do damage with this. I mean, he did just bypass a whole warp in. But I mean, even 3 stalkers, like.
And he does have a sentry, but
Oh, that was fail.
Well, this is why you don't go Nexus so early in PvP.
I mean, he
guys.
does only have 2 gates. No, 3
true.
gates, 4 gates.
You can warp in here. We'll see if the probes go on hold position. Let's take a quick look here, as Inori's going to be going up into the.
He's going to take out 2 pylons. It's going to be game over. But there we go, all taken out. He's got plenty of probes left, and I mean, just somewhat unfortunate here. Good control here by Inori. He's going to continue to reinforce, but there's just no way. This is a numbers game, and MC is going to be hard pressed. There it is, GG.
Well, Wheat, it looks like that guy that we interview after this match is going to be Inori, and it's going to be, well, how'd you beat him? I just 3-gated.
I just didn't throw down my Nexus first. MC, who's playing like 3 years in the future, where it's okay to 1-gate expand. And actually, in all fairness, we've seen that actually work out nice. But there is that weird timing, right? MC warped in down below. If you would have seen those stalkers, he would have warped in inside his base.
Well, yeah, MC was walking across the map just like Inori had already done, and it just so happened that Inori did it first. And,
right.
And MC tried to retreat back up the ramp and was met with Inori's stalkers. A great positional play from Inori to be able to do that.
And it also is a weird read for MC because he saw the proxy pylon but no units.
Right.
And at least usually you have the initial units, so he's probably like, what's going on here? And then all of a sudden the stalkers from the back. So it was a really smart move by Inori to actually go around and loop around the back. So.
Right.
But Daybreak's going to be the next map.
Yeah. And it is a bigger map in terms of just travel distance between the 2 bases, unless you take out the destructible debris in the center of it. And because of that, I would think that this is the map that would favor that Nexus style of play.
Right.
Not a map like Entombed, or not Entombed Valley, Cloud Kingdom, like we just saw, where it is rather quick across the map.
Yeah, actually, and he's kind of already played that hand now. So. Right. I mean, and I'm sure Inori's got a very aggressive build, in store. Oh, they're saying wrong map.
Oh. Well, we'll get that checked out there.
Yeah, we'll double check that. But man, it would be terrible to see MC after having
all that work.
Yeah, after all that work to make it here.
That would be a terrible day 2 here at MLG. You destroy the upper bracket, take out so many good players, lose to Stefano.
Eliminate, DRG and a former MLG champ, and it looks like we are going to be switching over to whatever the correct map is. So I'm not sure.
Well, we're actually also testing a theory here that Wheat has, and then I also have. Whenever Wheat is apparently casted in this room, they've had the shortest games of all time.
The shortest games of all time, man. I just sit down
Whenever
in this
I've
chair.
casted in this game, we've had the longest games of all time.
So maybe that was my short game, and the next game is going to be like
maybe
a 50-minute PvP on Entombed Valley.
We'll have some mothership. Did you have motherships can actually be vortex?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe we'll see some of that here, as Grubby against Hasu Ops was the first time I learned that. New map is going to be Entombed Valley. Sorry about that. We're going to